Welcome to another episode of Eberhart Outdoors. I'm sure you've noticed, if you are a subscriber, that I haven't been posting many YouTube videos. And that's primarily because I've been working on writing a new book. This will be the last book I ever write. I've written 3 others. But anyway, that's been consuming most of my time. So that's not going to be out till 2024. So just a little heads up, that will happen. But what this video here is about, it's nothing physically hunting related. I just got back in from scouting, looking at a new area, and I decided to leave my van outside so the rain would kind of wash it off, because it was raining when I was out there. And it is early August, and something new kind of just came down the pipeline. There's a group called Sportsman Group, and they own about 17 different hunting publications: Bowhunter Magazine, North American Whitetail, I think Peterson's Hunting. Anyway, 17 different hunting related magazines, and they just came out with a new one, and it's called Tree Saddle Hunter. Saddle hunting has become so huge in the last 5 years that there's now probably 15 different companies that are making saddles. I would say 5 of them are legitimate, where they actually have liability insurance, and they make accessories, and they make a lot of different things, and several of those high-profile companies also get everything tested through TMA to make sure it's safe. Everything gets tested. But anyway, this is the first edition. It is currently going to be an annual publication. I have a couple articles in here, and there's a lot of saddle hunting related articles in here. There's an opening statement by Mike Carney, who's president of the group, the publication group. And for you saddle hunters, or for you guys thinking about saddle hunting, I would highly recommend this. This hits the newsstands or the store stands, magazine racks, next Tuesday, which would be, I think, August 15th. So that's when they're going to first start shipping them out. They probably won't be in the stores for a couple more weeks, but it's kind of interesting, you know. I've been saddle hunting since 1981, and I've really pushed it because it definitely makes people more successful hunters. There is no question about that. Anybody I know that has converted from tree stand hunting to saddle hunting, their kill rate has definitely went up. There's 2 things in my lifetime that have upscaled my hunting percentage kills per hunts dramatically. This was the first one in 1981 when I converted from tree stands to saddle hunting, and the second one was in 1997 when I properly learned how to deabsorb, store, and use scent lock clothing in conjunction with other stuff. So those 2 things have totally changed and rapidly grown my success rates. Obviously, the compound bow did too. I bought my first compound in '75 because I hunted 10 years prior to that with a recurve. But compounds are pretty much open. Everybody knows what they are. But the saddle hunting became so popular that they're assuming right now that about 15% of bow hunters are hunting from a saddle, out of approximately 6 million bow hunters. So around 1 million bow hunters. That's a lot. I would guess in 2017, when saddle hunting just started getting popular because so many big companies started getting into the category, I would probably estimate 1 to 2% of bow hunters were hunting out of a saddle. So there's been a very rapid growth, and it's still an upticking category. As more and more people are using saddles and becoming more successful, and learning about all of the multiple advantages saddles have over tree stands. They're all in here. My article is about the advantages of saddles over any conventional metal tree stands, and I could list 19 advantages that I could think off the top of my head. So that's all in here. The different positions you hunt from. You know, with a saddle, you can move 180 degrees around either side of the tree. So you've got 360 shooting mobility. Tree diameters is not an issue. You can hunt a 4-inch tree, you can hunt a 36-inch diameter tree. You can hunt trees that lean up to 20 degrees. You can just do so many things. You can hide behind the tree trunk and move around the tree to hide behind the trunk when you got non-target deer or the deer you want to shoot until you want to lean to the side and shoot it. It has its own safety harness, so it's basically got its own safety system for climbing trees and descending trees. With a tree stand, you have to have a totally separate unit for doing that and installing sticks or whatever with multi-inch trees. So this has a lot of saddle gear. It's got all the new types of sticks, which are far superior to any of the sticks prior to 2018. You know, they're a lot lighter. Some are titanium. There's carbon fibers. Most of them are aluminum, so they weigh anywhere from 15 ounces to 2 pounds per stick. And you can put aiders on them, so you can, you know, with 4 sticks, I can get up 22 feet, and the sticks are only 20 inches tall. So with aiders, you can go up a tree pretty high. And it shows platforms, brings the steps, you know, all the different types of methods for saddling. So do yourself a favor and get this magazine and just look it over. Give saddle hunting a shot. Keep in mind, a saddle and the accessories for hunting out of it the first time you do it, yeah, it might seem a little pricey. You're going to spend anywhere from $400 to $800 for a complete setup. But that setup's going to last you for the rest of your life. That's a one-time purchase. As long as you buy something that is comfortable for you to use, you know, all the other gear converts from one saddle to another, the linesman ropes, the tree tether ropes, platforms if you use the platform, sticks, you know, that's to get everything. That's sticks, platforms, saddles, ropes, everything. 5 to 8, or probably 500 to 800 bucks depending on which ones you get. And that's something you can hunt from every tree for the rest of your life. You're 20 years old or 22 years old and you hunt till you're 70, you're going to be able to hunt for 50 years while having only spent maximum $800 for 50 years of hunting. Tell me how many tree stands you buy in a 50-year time span. Plus you're carrying those big, heavy, cumbersome metal stands that might potentially creak. They're limited to the trees you can hunt from as far as leans and diameters. They're just noisy, they're cumbersome to scout or to DIY freelance hunt because you're carrying a big frame on your back when you're busting through brush. If you're hunting on public land and you're freelance hunting, you got to get back into the heavy security cover. And you can't get back in heavy security cover with metal things on your back that are catching on brush and stuff. You just can't do it very well. You can do it, but you'll be fairly pissed off and you'll be a sweat bag by the time you get back there. So there's a boatload of advantages to this. This is the front cover. This is also probably going to be a collector's item at some point in time because this is the very first issue of a brand new publication. So if you get an opportunity, check it out. And obviously this is on my YouTube channel. So, and going forward, for you guys that are already saddle hunting, which I'm sure are going to want to buy this first edition, you can also submit articles because once they start publishing this on a more regular basis, they're going to be accepting articles from guys that may have shot a big buck out of the saddle 20 years ago. So keep that in mind because, you know, it's nice to get a little bit of credibility now and then. You know, even if it's something you did a long time ago, you can still get some credibility for it. If it's an interesting article and it shows how you were able to take a deer using a saddle, whereas you wouldn't have been able to take that deer using a tree stand because the tree was too small a diameter, the tree had too much of a lean, you had to move around the tree 180 degrees to get the shot, you couldn't have done that out of a tree stand. There's many, many different times when you can get opportunities out of a saddle where you can't from a tree stand. So those are the types of articles they're going to be looking for to separate saddle hunting from tree stands. So anyway, if you get a chance, should hit the newsstands real soon. I think most of the mass merchants, you know, Walmart's, Menards, a lot of the big mass accounts that carry magazines will be carrying this because they are contracted through that OSG group. So, hey, take care and good luck this fall. If interested, the links to many of the podcasts I've been on, or for information about my 2-day whitetail workshops that take place in March and April, please visit my website at deer
eberhart-john.net. Thank you for watching another episode of Eberhart Outdoors, and to receive notifications for future videos, please subscribe.